There you have a little bit of background on the DA, Fani Willis, and we want to get right back out to the courthouse where I just looked inside the courthouse. Nick Wooten has been tweeting. He says about 2 minutes ago, it's past 8:30, still nothing yet, still very quiet. So Caitlin, we want to ask you, so I want to talk about the security around the courthouse. Sheriff Pat Labat's office started shutting down Pryor Street between MLK and Mitchell. They said it was going to be closed starting, I believe, last Monday morning till August 18th. And you are there, you are witnessing it. So can you paint a picture for us of who you are still seeing out there? And we can see now that the sun has gone down.
Yeah, Faith, it got dark out here very quickly, and you're starting to see a lot of people gather right outside the front doors, people really waiting to see who's going to come out, when that announcement is going to be made. And the entire street has been shut down all day to car traffic. So pedestrian traffic has still been let through, and you saw a few people kind of peeking their head around trying to figure out what was going on down here. But for the most part, it's journalists who all have their television or still cameras, their notebooks out, waiting to get any sort of information from inside the courtroom, people waiting outside the clerk's office for that news, and then you have a very large police presence. All day there have been police officers with sirens, lights, armed guards at every single entry and exit to the Fulton County courthouse, and if you stepped 1 foot over the barrier, they immediately said, "Step back, ma'am, you need to be behind the barrier." So they took it really seriously all day. We did see some people coming and going from the courthouse on official business. We also saw some of the witnesses called to testify in this grand jury hearing walking right out the front door. That's where Joe Ripley was able to catch up with the former lieutenant governor. He answered a few questions, but for the most part, people called to testify here didn't have much to say. They said they wanted to see this play out, they wanted to see what was going to happen, and they didn't want to interfere with these proceedings in any way. And so that's where we are right now. We're waiting, people almost breathlessly waiting to see what's going to happen. It's been really busy down here all day. People saying, "Have you heard anything? Do you know what's going on?" And then about 30 minutes, we got the word that the grand jury was voting. They had the case, and since then it's been very quiet. People really huddled around trying to see when someone's going to come out and announce what happened. We have heard from some of the bailiffs that if there is a news conference, it's going to be right here on the courthouse steps. So that's going to be a scramble for sure. We don't know whether or not people are going to answer questions. We don't know what sort of documentation we're going to have access to right away, because all of this is really bizarre. The Fulton County Courthouse closes at 5 p.m. sharp most days. And it was just before 5 that we got word that Justice Robert McBurney said, "I'm going to stay late here tonight. I've been asked to stay late, and I'm going to keep this courthouse open till at least 8:30. He said he'd let us know if anything changed. He advised people at some point, go get dinner. I want to make sure that you're fed because this could be a while. But he said at 8:30 tonight, if we don't have an answer, we're either shutting this down and coming back tomorrow, or we're going to see what you have." And so it looks right now, Faith and Jeff, like we're going to see what they have.
All right, Caitlin, and something notable, like she said, the courthouse closed at 5. It's now 8:40. Judge McBurney saying that he would stay open until at least 8:30. We're now 10 minutes beyond that, so it's going to be interesting to see if they're going to wait this out for the long run.
All right. Now